Hello and what's up? This is Rauta Reviews and we're gonna do a little review of a Norwegian classic band. Those of you old enough might remember that band Aeternus was one of the most active ones in late 90s, basically releasing an album every year and so forth. Starting with more of a black metal style and later becoming more of a dark or death metal band or hybrid of some sorts. This band has kind of slowed down with their past 10-15 years. During the last 10 years, that is, they have released only two albums, this Heathen being the latest one, released in 12th of October 2018. This time I only have a traditional promo copy, so there are no lyrics, booklets whatsoever, just plain CD and that's it. This 35 minutes CD called Heathen is again a little bit different than what the band used to do in their early or say mid phases. Those of you who actually remember the kind of a style, not so much a genre, called dark metal, well, Heathen is exactly that in so many ways. Now, Aeternus has been labeled as a death metal band in the past for some reasons, some more accurate than others, but I wouldn't go as far as to call Heathen as a death metal release. Surely there are growling vocals, there's some riffs, some double bass drums and all that stuff, which are kind of our trademarks of death metal stuff. But Heathen is at the same time much more and much less than a death metal album. Some of the riffs are more, I guess, in a way, of reminiscent of darker metal, like black metal, but it wouldn't be right to describe it as a black metal release because hardly that album actually reminds that at all. Dark metal, however, is exactly how I would, label this if I had to choose just from like 2 or 3 words to tell what this music is all about. There are also some progressive elements, which at some points kind of make sense more than other times, and they are clearly to make actually a difference to kind of stand out from the rest of the crowd. Heathen is by no means a typical album of extreme metal, and in fact it's not very extreme in the sense that there are hardly any extreme considering that this is a metal album. It's very dark, it's very heavy, but to be honest, most of the times kind of boring. By boring, I don't mean that the songs as such are like totally dull songwriting and or that there are no like good riffs here and there. But to me, this seems like more a compilation of Aeternus stuff rather than a full, strong album with songs that are just played in a similar way and with a similar production and all that stuff. Now, production-wise, there is hardly anything to bitch and moan about because it's strong, it's heavy, and all the instruments are really kind of clean and clear. And at the same time, it is heavy as hell. It is kind of a metal album that kind of brings you the darkness and the heaviness, but then again, it also leaves you a little bit empty. Where are those catchy riffs? Where are those hooks that you just drag them in the cave, where you just kind of desperate to leave, but at the same time you want to just stay there because the music is such a good thing here. Now, Heathen is kind of somewhere in the middle. It's better than mediocrity, but then again, it's also lacking that some magic that earlier Aeternus albums had, or maybe still have. And as such, I don't know, this is kind of a hard pleaser. Maybe to fanatic fans, this will be the thing and they will be totally enjoying the material here, the 35 minutes of music. But for other people, I don't know, Aeternus, it feels to me, have created a kind of a bridge album. Bridge within two better ones. And this is somewhere like, hey, we're just gonna kill some time in order to make a better album, to compensate our lack of creativity or lack of better songs. So how did this to know while we were waiting for the better material? I don't know. Maybe you like it more than I do, but to me this is a slight disappointment after those better albums. Check out the album once it's out and, well, hope you like it more than I could. Cheers and bye bye.